you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Modesto. Hit you throwing, I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit you sauce, I'll replace those. Never save, no name though.
By many accounts, Coach, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the New England Patriots and the Tennessee Titans. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go. Ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Check back 50. Pick it up. Pick it up.
They'll run for the first time with Sony Michel. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. On second down, Michel. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw here. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12. So opening drive 3rd down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 8. Trying to lay one up deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And some room to maneuver. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Check 52. Hey, watch it. Hey, alert 3.
Here's Carson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. On 4th down, Mike Vrabel says, let's get 3 out of this. He sends on the field goal unit. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And his kick is absolutely perfect. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Back to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. A gain of 6 there on first.
At the 34-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards there for the Patriots as they've got themselves a first down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now Michel. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
25.
They'll run on first down. Michel. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down. Now, I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, Michel. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
132 fighter. Hey, Hayward. Check 55 to Mike. I'm here all day. I'm here all day. Let it go. You did.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
60 Pittsburgh. Hey, wahoo! 50, 50,
looking to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
On the set.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, orbit.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Here we go, here we go. Shit.
80 weapons.
Shit.
2.
They'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously, one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Eluding the pressure right. Gonna take a shot. It's caught inside the 25. A big pickup of 38. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
On 1st down, Michelle, and able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
70, India.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line.
Stand up in. Hey, switch gears.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Jet.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
New England on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7.
Clear. 5.
He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. And, Pointer, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap, and they exploited it.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. They'll have a first down past the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans. 45 yards. But look at that. I'd say somebody's already in mid-season form here in game number 1.
Doesn't need a whole lot of carries in the preseason, does he? He needs to get the ball when it counts. And when it does, he makes it count.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
Well, it certainly appears that the big guys up front have taken charge of the line of scrimmage. 2 really nice plays back-to-back. But on the defensive side of the ball, there shouldn't be any despair. Okay, they've got us a couple of times here. Hang in there, keep your composure, and try and figure it out for the next play.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now Rashad Penny, and he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff looking right. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there was another first down run right there.
Too little, Cut. No. The motion, watch the motion.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Now it's Carson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. On 3rd down, Carson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. What do you think? Maybe a little disappointment there. They had a pretty nice drive going at the end of the half, and they have to settle for 3.
Well, definitely a little bit of disappointment there because when you kick a short field goal, you shake your head a little bit like, could we have done a little bit more? Could we have gotten one more shot to try and get 6? But with what little time was left on the clock, I think it was a smart play.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
He was covered by Kevin Byard.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch that end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
3 down. Hey, let go.
Check. 3 down. 3 down. Hey, check right 50. Mike is a 50. Check it up.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 29-yard line.
Here we go. Go, Mike.
Now they try the right side here. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
58 for Mike, 58 for Mike.
They run for it with Carson. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Undercrush.
Then he'll give it here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
Now back to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. In for the score. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2.
Check 9, check 9.
It'll be Carson. They run for it. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll run on first down. Michelle, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Keeping it on the ground on first, Michelle. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On second down now, Michelle. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll set up to throw. Got his man there complete to Gallup. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Titans' 40-yard line.
Ready?
On second down, Michelle. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. He's going to find Gallup here complete. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Watch the pass.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Forced out to his left. Got a man open. That's Harry. And unable able to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
They'll run now with Ware. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. 4th quarter, holding on to a lead. Fullback carry, 3 or 4 yards. I guess that's what you're looking for.
And it just brings back memories for me because I remember my coaches in this situation. I remember one time my head coach into his headset telling the offensive coordinator, I want the big boy carrying the ball. And that's what you have in this spot. Him covering up on the ball, taking care of it, and grinding out yardage.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Check, crunch, crunch, crunch.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. On now is the Titans punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Here we go. Here we go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to air one out, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. 2nd and 10. To Michel on the dump off. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Back to throw. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Bravo. Hey, check. Mike 50.
2nd and 2. stepping up. He's going to keep it. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Team 6. Step.
They'll set up a throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 36. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. He'll look to throw. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Give the sack to Blake Martinez. So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 13. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And the Titans are going to recover the football. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff looking right. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now they try the right side here. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. His longest run of the game right there, and a pretty good time for it. A huge third down conversion late.
Love the mindset. Love the way he flipped the switch late in the game, needed a big run, and helped produce it with great leverage from the offensive line. But you also know what happens, too. The defense stacks the line. So if you can break through that first barrier, there's usually plenty of room to run.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know what's really strange? I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is Week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Yeah, real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for the Titans, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for New England, they go down to defeat here in...
Trips I had to go and get a passport. so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Got so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I store up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. If we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. And I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Hit to hit with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me. I am up, #1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling